Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the A60 Show. I'll be your host, A60. That's who I be. Sorry for the delay. I got something for you. It's a little snippet. Something simple, a little snippet. Gonna have us a little fun. Got some things coming on, got some things going on. First off, I want to start out by saying salute to my boy Eric and Gotti Monster for doing that major event tournament last weekend for my brother Dyke. Um, for those who don't know, me and Dyke were supposed to do an interview before he passed. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to do it, but salute, rest in peace to Dyke, regulator for life. For those who don't know, I was a part of the regulators. I got the name Roadrunner from the regulators. Shout out to everybody that was on that regulator team. Poppy, Gotti, Easy. We had a lot of people, Monster, and that's just a few to name as far as that whole regulator movement. And what I noticed? I said movement because that's what it was. It was a movement. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing light. We was a movement. Whenever we did something heavy. Shout out to Nitty doing all the bowling alley parties. Shout out to Nitty for always coming to his crib, showing me them records. I don't know. I carried a lot of them crates. Yeah. I don't curse on the show, but Nitty, we're going to talk about that. Nitty, I need you for an interview. You playing around. Gotti, you playing around. Fallen Soldiers. Easy. I know where to find you. But anyway, shout out to all my brothers that did that event last week. Great thing. Shout out to an event that happened with Brooklyn, USA. Ray Haskins, my brother Kenny Kings. We doing Friday night, August 7th. Friday night, August 7th, 7 p.m. Kenny Kings versus A60. Need everybody in the building. I need all Kenny Kings softball players, basketball players. I need you in the building. I need you in the building August 7th. A60 reunion. We're starting it off with Kenny Kings. My brother always put a team in, always show love. And I feel like it's only right that I start the weekend with Kenny and his team. We didn't finish the game last year. We're going to finish it. And that is the only game on Friday night. And of course, August 8th, Saturday, I'm looking for the surprise team. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to let it be known on here. You're going to hear it here first on A60. Shout out to my Elite Learners family. I see you doing big things at Wingate Park, but you're always doing big things with the gun violence. Shout out to that brother that passed away due to gun violence. They did a memorial for him at Wingate Park. I never knew the brother, never played with the brother, but I heard he was a great ball player, great person. Respect and salute, and my condolences to him and his family. We got a lot of things going on in the book, but shout out to my Elite Learners family. Showed up, showed out, and always present when it's gun violence. And not just gun violence. They do a lot of things, So we got a lot of things coming up the pipeline. Team A60 is coming in the building August 7th, August 8th. The reunion is going down. I need everybody in attendance. Bring your coolers, bring your grills, bring your music. If you want to gamble, do that too. Matter of fact, everybody wear your team jersey. How about that? We used to have a jersey party. Friday night, everybody wear your favorite jersey. Friday night. Let's do that. Let's have a jersey party in the park. Everybody wear your favorite jersey. Bring something out special. Let's do something. Team Texas want to see it. Let's do that. Let's do that Saturday as well, because that's what we was known for, jerseys. A lot of teams had some nice jerseys. So let's see what you got. I need to see something I haven't seen in a while. Salute to everybody that show love every time I come to the building. Every time I come up to New York, everybody show me love, show my team love, and I appreciate and salute to everybody that do that. Nothing but respect for everybody. But again, August 7th, August 8th, A60 Reunion Weekend. Kenny King's Friday night. Shout out to my brother Flo, Vinny, Another Level family. Shout out to my USA family. We're doing something. I got something in the works. Special. It's going down. But I came on this to give you a little snippet of that. We got something else going on. I'm going to bring on my special guest. I ain't going to tell you his name. I'm going to let you see him. If he's ready to jump on, let me see. Oh, he's ready. I'm going to bring him on. I ain't gonna say his name. I'm going to bring him on. And we're going to do a little conversation. And this is just a snippet. I don't want to go too far with this. This is just a taste. It's a sample of what's to come. But I'm going to need everybody to tune in for that. Tribes in the building.
What up, baby?
What's going down?
Yo, I need to pay you to be my hype man. Just walk around with me, man.
You know
just
what?
Walk around.
It ain't gonna work. You're a light-skinned brother. It ain't gonna
work. Just walk around with me, man. When something go wrong or something go right, just like hype it up. I was waiting for somebody else to come on the screen other than me. I'm like, yeah, who we got coming, baby?
Right.
Yeah,
what's going on? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, talk about it for real.
Man,
what's going on, man?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I promise you, I'm not gonna complain. I ain't got nothing to complain about. I wake up happy every morning, man.
For sure.
The day might bring some bull crap, but hey, I wake up happy. My feet touch the ground. I ain't got nothing to be complaining about, man. A lot of people got it a whole lot worse, man. So, hey,
that's right.
One day at a time, man. One day at a time. How's everything with you?
I'm blessed. I'm just trying to be the family man, newly married,
kids,
congratulations now. Appreciate that, King. So, trying to keep positive. I was 270 at one point.
I see, man. I'm looking at you.
I'm down to 219, my brother.
Beautiful, man. Keep up the good work, man. I had gained a lot of weight too, man. Like during COVID, I put on some pounds and I don't know. I think I might have got comfortable with it. And then I wasn't liking the way I was feeling.
Right.
I had to get a whole new wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Stuff didn't fit.
Yeah. I had to do the same thing.
I've forever been this slim dude, man. I started putting on some weight in my late 30s, early 40s. I finally started gaining some weight, man. I'm telling you, all through high school, college, I weighed the same. I couldn't gain a pound over 140 pounds, man.
What?
140 pounds, 30 waist. I'm dead serious. 30 waist. I could not gain a pound, man. I finally, maybe about 33, 34, 35, I started gaining a little bit of weight. I got up in the 170s, but then that changed into the 180s. COVID came around. I was 190 plus, man. And for me, it was a totally different look, a totally different feel. Like I said, but at that point, I was wearing like 36 waist pants for the longest. So I got old. My clothes are old, man. Like I buy a little something here and there, but I take care of a lot of my old stuff. I put everything in the cleaners. Man, I put on this extra weight and it just wasn't working, man. So now I went up to like a 38 waist. And let's go back 6-7 months, maybe a little bit more. I just made the conscious effort of like, yo, I don't want to carry all this weight around. And the funny thing was I had packed up all this 36 stuff that didn't fit me no more. We got Goodwill down here. And I was like, yo, this is quality clothes that I got, man. I'm not throwing this stuff away. I'm going to just go ahead and donate it. But then once I made the conscious effort that I was going, be diligent and lose this weight, next thing I know, I started trying on some of the stuff that I had in those plastic bags to give away. I said, man, I ain't giving my shit away. You crazy? I'm gonna get down to back to that weight. And now I'm back wearing those 36 pants and those shirts that was too tight and everything. So I'm back at that 36 weight, man. But I definitely see it. I started off by saying that. I see it in you. I see it in your face, man. You know, we got to go to the doctor. It was probably something that you had to. Oh, look at my man, Big John is on here.
Big John in the building.
Big John, what's up, baby?
John Hunter, you need to pull up. You know you need to pull up. You owe me from last year. You need to pull up, bro.
Yeah.
That's my dude.
Down here, I got this cat that I worked with at, when I was at Morehouse that big up John all the time. He played ball with John. He was out there. But yeah, man, I just made the conscious effort, man. I'm like, yo, I'm getting older. I don't want to be old and sloppy and fat, and that weight leads to different mind states in your mental. You start getting depressed and shit, you know. You got to get a different crew of chicks that like fat dudes. Nah, bro.
You like them dudes in the winter.
Right.
Maynard, what's up?
What's
Maynard
up, Maynard?
Shout out to Maynard. He gave me my first bat in Kingston Park.
Oh, for real?
That's my first bat.
Oh, my man Crime is on here too.
You see my boy Crime? He always show love. Crime, what up, baby? That's family right there. That's family.
And listen, I'm talking about that weight journey with Slim. And yo, for the longest, he been calling me skinny fat.
You gonna make me spill out this drink, man.
Yeah.
That shit ain't cool, bro.
Yo, you see what he got up there?
Skinny fat. I see that. Maynard,
word up, man.
You're gonna stop ducking me and do this interview.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
yo,
like family too. It's family too. Yo, and I know what you mean by the weight. I'm gonna tell you who shut me down.
Who's that?
I was up with Cat, Alley Cat. He took me out to Roosevelt Field, and he said, "Yo, I get these Nike pants," and I said, "Yo, I need a pair of pants. Let me get a couple of pants." So I went and I put on a 40 waist. He said, "Yo, don't ever disrespect yourself like that again.
Damn.
Get a 38." I said, "Yo, that shit gonna be too tight on me." He said, "Then make yourself fit.
Make it work.
You know what I'm saying?
And let it sit there.
And let it sit." And I promise you, I can't even get in the 38 too big now.
That's what's up.
Wifey was like, "Yo, we got to go buy you a whole new outfit set. Like, you wearing extra larges? Like, this is crazy now." So it's different, man. Like, and it was depressing for me. I went through a real bad depression phase because I like to play the outfield. You know me for playing the outfield,
right?
And when I come out here, Texas, I couldn't even play the outfield, bro. I'm playing first base. I'm fucking catching. Excuse me. I'm sorry for cursing. But they was like, "Yo, Al, I thought you said you played the outfield." I said, "My knees. I just can't do it because I feel like I'm going to hurt myself."
Yeah, that extra weight, man.
So I went through a whole year and a half of transformation. Even Ron Lashley, shout out to Ron. He said, "Yo, Al, you're getting kind of big, bro. What's up? You all right?" Crime said the same thing. So I started losing my weight, eating better, losing weight, drinking a lot of water.
Right.
Wifey, who I'm with now, vegetables in my system, making sure I drink, and she's on it. You know what I'm saying? So I promised myself I would never get that way again. Now, I don't want to look like Pookie from New Jack City, but I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My clothes is comfortable. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I'm in a way better place, and I feel better to say that.
Oh, absolutely! It's gonna make you feel better, man. If you're gonna feel the way you look, man. If you're looking sloppy, that's where your mental is gonna follow that for sure, man.
Yeah.
So and you're gonna start feeling better because you succeeded in a goal. I don't care what kind of goal you set for yourself in life. If you see that you're striving and you creeping towards successfully completing that goal, it's going to completely change your mental because you put yourself to a mission that you're successful at. So all of a sudden, with the weight loss journey, you're going to start feeling better mentally because you look better and you obtaining a goal that you set for yourself, man. So absolutely, man. I was like, nah, man, I gotta do something. And like I said, especially for me, somebody like I said that has always been slim. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, it's hard, but and the number, like somebody might say, like I had got, like I said, I had got up to like 190, a little over 190.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else would say like, what 190? That ain't nothing, man. That's a lot, man. That was a lot of weight that I was carrying, and I could see it when I got in the mirror, and I carried it for a minute, but then I finally was like, yo, man, let me get serious about what I'm doing, what I'm eating, man. The times that I'm eating, and just get a little bit more disciplined with it, man. So it's all good, man. I definitely feel better because I think I'm starting to look better, and I didn't want to carry that weight, man. We
Let me
getting older. Once you get
definitely,
older, it's
definitely,
easier
yeah.
for that weight to come on. It's
Not as
harder for it to
athletic as
come
we
off.
used to be. Not as athletic. Not doing
You're
that.
not as
Yeah,
active,
yeah.
you're not as active at all. You
Mm-hmm.
eating junk, especially if I'm single. Sometimes you just don't feel like cooking. When you got the family going, y'all got certain meals that y'all preparing. I
Yeah,
might be out
definitely.
and about and be like,
Yeah.
man, I'm getting ready to go in the house. Let me grab some bull crap. And next thing you know, that bull crap you eating is just sticking to you, man. And you, like you said, you're not as active. It just takes so much for it to go away, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
So much to go away. So I had to get conscious about losing that weight. I'm walking around now at about 175,
That's
and
what's up.
I'll take that all day.
I weighed that when I was in college at Southampton.
Yeah, so no, I had like I was 175. I like 175, but 190, 195. Oh, that's a big difference, man. That's a big difference for me.
Let me ask you this question, and I know weight. We talking about weight. Does that hurt you as a man in relationships because you was a certain weight and then you jumped in to this bigger weight class? Does that hurt you as a man mentally?
Oh, great question. Like for me, I would say yes, because once again, just how I was used to being. So now, subconsciously, or if you tell her, or even consciously, if you're telling yourself the truth, and you get out that shower, it ain't looking the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
it start getting messing with your head, saying, "Is my sexy the same when I'm approaching these chicks out here in the street? Is that now messing with my confidence on who I'm going to approach and what I'm going to say?" So yeah, I think it all absolutely coincides with each other, man. Going back to what I said, if you think you looking good, you feel good, your confidence level is at a different place. If it's not there, you might say, okay, man, I'm stepping to, I remember I was only stepping to dimes and better. Let me
Right, right.
drop it
Okay.
down a little bit. Let me go with some of these 4 and 5s and get it. Let me go
Let
with
me
some
not
of these
go too
four and
hot,
fives and
right?
get these definite yes to keep my self-esteem where it need to be.
Let me get the Waffle House chick. Let me get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
beauty honest.
exactly,
Okay,
exactly. And that's
okay,
just the
okay.
truth. That's just the truth. Yeah, Maynard, I'm 62.
I'm 50 and I'll be 51 in August.
Yeah, I'm 62, man. So, and then even as an older dude, if you accept that mindset of, yeah, I done gained this weight, man, I'm gonna just keep it on, and I'm approaching women in my age group. A lot of them got that physically defeated attitude too, where they don't put on that weight, they not active, and they're not trying to get themselves in a better space. I'm like, nah, these is not what I want to settle for, man. Let me get my stuff together, man. And
Mhm,
like I promise you, it works with your body, works with your mental. It's all completely in tune with each other.
mhm.
John, am I telling the truth?
Peterkin in the room. You see my brothers are
Peterkin.
throwing up. My OGs is in the building. Salute to the OGs that's in the building. Pete, I need the bees. August 8th. And Wayne, and this going into that mental capacity as a man, you know, when you are a certain weight, and we all go through this, and I say all, not everybody, because everybody is a certain weight, but when you approach a woman and you say you might get those 4 or 5s, those 1 and 2s, instead of going for those 8 and 9s, mentally, is it more than just the weight, or is that a self-confidence thing for a man? And I'm asking you that because we as men do have self-doubt. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely. Like I had a conversation with this young lady recently, and we was talking about just being out and about in the club. Like women have no idea the simplest things they do to us that might throw us off. Now we're going to talk ourselves out of being thrown off. But I gave her the classic example of we in a club. Yo, I asked her, do you have any idea over a course of a man's life from his early 20s to now, that's been out in the single world, or out when we out in the clubs and you go up to a chick and ask her to dance or try to start a conversation with her, and a simple dance request is turned down, and you like, what? This is it's a dance request, yo. It ain't nobody asking you to go out to dinner or anything like that. So we build ourselves up to shrug off rejection from women, and keep going to the next. But not everybody is built the same mentally. So a cat like me, a cat like John, that's out and about like that, we shrug that off. And the chick that might be standing right next to her, you ask her the same exact thing, and she'll give you a yes that this other one gave you a no. But if you starting to let self-doubt come in, first and foremost, because you see that your physical appearance has changed, and maybe that's why you getting these no's and these rejections, yo, it absolutely can wear on your self-confidence, man. It absolutely can. And if a dude is saying, nah, no, it can't, no, I'm keeping it gully. I'm keeping it 100%. Yo, you could be in there, your outfit could be banging, your shoes could be banging, your hair could be lined up, you looking good. But if your physical is not kept up just like your mental, some of these women that you used to step to and they used to be definite yes, now you're starting to get some no's, no. And you got to go up in that mirror and address yourself, man. And be like, yo, what's going on with me, man? Like, are you good? Are you going to stay like this and keep getting these no's? You're going to put in the extra time. You're going to get up in the morning and, go walking. You're going to put some green leafy vegetables into that rest of that meal that you're eating. But let me see.
Yeah. So you get caught up in the question. You get caught up in that.
Yo,
what's up, baby?
Crime, what you talking? Oh, he said Crime said he used to get asked what he bench pressed. Now I'm asking for a bench to sit down. Man, you better get up, bro. Nah, it's got to be in life. We got to go through those stages, man. We got to go through those stages where we feeling great about ourselves, and then we might go through some stages where we're not feeling as great. But we got to definitely do something with our mental to get us back in that point where we're feeling great about ourselves, man, so that it can absolutely transpire to the physical. The weight, unless, like, some people got genetically, their metabolism is certain things. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just going, like, Peter King gonna always be slim. It's genetics. You know what I'm saying? But if you are not that person that's genetically inclined to, where your metabolism rate is just going to be naturally high, if you don't stay physically active, or if you're not eating the right things, and you might have also other family genetic diabetes is running rampant in our community and everything. You got to be in tune with what's going on with your body so that you can make those corrections. And first thing with that is going to the doctor. You know, going to the doctor, like,
Go to the doctor, get checked out.
For anybody that's on here, before me and Al went on the stream, we was just talking, catching up with a lot of stuff. And what I told him was, like, yo, we are the old dudes now. Well, I wouldn't include him, but we the old cats. When we was out there playing in the 80s and early 90s, we had older dudes in front of us that every time we turned around now, they was passing away. And we just chalked it up to the fact that they was older dudes. Mm-hmm. Now we the older dudes that every time you turn around, somebody is passing away. A lot of it is simple. They didn't know what was going on with their bodies. Not going to the doctor, not getting your blood checked, and things of that nature. Once you combine that with some other bad habits, your life expectancy starts going like this, man. And I want to be around a little bit longer, man. I want to go. I don't have any grandkids yet. My son ain't give me one yet. My daughter ain't give me one yet. So I would love to be a grandfather. I just want to be around for a while. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. We was talking, I think before, and everybody who don't know, I apologize again. Me and Wayne was talking for an hour and a half, 2 hours before we got onto this.
It was actually 2.5 hours.
I just want everybody to understand.
My phone was on 1%. I was like, oh damn, I'm on 1%.
I just want everybody to know we were on before we were on, but that's just the camaraderie that we have as brothers from that part. And for those who don't know, and Wayne, I'm gonna give you your flowers.
Okay.
If it wasn't for you, I might not have finished college. If it wasn't for you sitting me in your room over there on Herkimer watching Shrek, I would have never went up and went to school. If it wasn't for you just pulling me to the side to have those conversations, yo, you got to finish school. You checked on me.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't money. It wasn't nothing. It was just you being an older statesman, an older brother, an older person in my life that I never had. You actually put that in my back, bro. That's why when I graduated, you got my college jersey because you took care of me. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't even ask for nothing. There's a lot of people who ask. You didn't ask. You was like, yo, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And that meant a lot to me. So I want to say salute to you.
Appreciate you.
For me, bro. Like always opening your doors for me.
Appreciate you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk.
And that's what. And I'm sure, and I appreciate what you say first and foremost. Definitely. And I'm sure that you had, other positive influences in your life. I know I did. Yeah. And some of them walked around out there, in the park.
John's one of them. Salute to John. John's one of them.
And sometimes it's not even this conscious, effort being put forth where you say, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna say this to this person. It's just, speaking life, man. A lot of us, I know for me, my pops wasn't in my life. Mm-hmm. My pops wasn't in my life at all, man. And I think that we all, a bunch of us, have that story to tell where we thank God, especially through sports, that we had these mentors.
Yeah, it's crucial.
These coaches.
Yeah.
That instilled life into us, spoke life into us, gave us direction, especially when we was doing the wrong thing. Penalized us for being wrong, rewarded us for being right. And when you see, a young brother that's trying to get it right, if you can't pay that forward, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. So I had the OGs out there in the park, the Rodney Coopers and the old man Rudy and
Salute to Rodney. Salute to Rudy for
old
sure.
man Charlie that had the spot over there, 123
Shout out to
Schenectady
Charlie.
Street,
Yep.
that
Oh, yeah.
gave opportunities, and Sonny and
Hands down.
Hubert from the
Yeah.
Clippers,
Yeah.
gave people jobs. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? There's
Mhm.
so many cats out there. Am I lying, Maynard? From the Clippers that Hubert would put them on. Now, okay, yeah, you could play for me, but I could also help you out in life. We'll bring them into the job that he had and would give them jobs. So if you don't pay that stuff forward, man, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. So, and I saw a young brother that, all right, this had nothing to do with sports or playing ball. I'm like, okay, he coming to that age where, I used to go. I remember telling you when we were saying this earlier,
Yeah.
man, I'm going out to the club, man. We was going out to spots on Long Island that you have to wear a suit jacket to
I
get
ain't
in.
had none of
I
that.
got you. Come on, man. I'm gonna come pick you up.
Yep.
When I pick you up, I got a suit jacket there for you to
Yep.
get in. Once we got in, I knew the bartender. We take our jackets off and put them behind the bar.
Hands down. Yep.
It's the stuff like that
Yep.
costs you nothing. Costs you nothing to help a brother that you see got his head on right. He ain't out in the street trying to do the right thing. He going to school. He playing ball. Let's keep him on the straight and narrow, man. You need a couple dollars. Here you go. Because somebody definitely did it for me, man.
Yep. And that pay it forward is big. And when I say pay it forward, meaning that's a reason why I do the reunion. I pay it forward to everybody that came before me. I might not have played with these guys, but
Right.
I've heard stories. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Maynard, because Maynard talked to me all the time. Even though he was an umpire, I know he worked sanitation, but he talked to me. He had a conversation. Smiley, conversation. These are guys that had conversations with me.
Right.
You would have conversations with me outside of softball.
Have nothing to do with softball, man.
Nothing to do with it. Al, this is how you need to carry yourself. This is what you need to do. This is what, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It was always. So I tried to keep that blueprint the same way. So when I do my reunion, this is my way of giving back to that park that gave me so much. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want everybody to show up. And I know we talked about it. And I'm going to ask you right now. Can I get a tribe game this year? Can I get a tribe in the building? Like, I need to see that purple and gold out there. I need to see it.
If Crum say he gonna come out there and play, I'm gonna get on the bat phone and start calling people tonight. Yeah, you're right with the Red Bull.
Crown, what we doing? Crown, what we doing? He put it out there. Crown, what we doing? I just need one swing.
I'll get on the bat phone right now, man. I'm gonna get on the bat phone tonight, tomorrow, and yeah, I'll definitely call the brothers, man, and tell them come out, man. Let's support
for sure
what you got going on,
for sure,
and see if we can get enough heads out there, and we might have to pick up a player or two. But yeah, why not, man? Let's do
all
it.
family at the end of the day.
And this is what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. So we had to have the tribe reunions, and
I saw that.
That wasn't about nothing but wanting to see cats. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
For me, that's all it was. It's like, every time we turn around, we had a funeral, or you hearing through the grapevine that such and such is not doing well, or this person passed away. Nah, man, why can't we see each other in positive situations, man? Plan positive situations. Plan, get-togethers. Absolutely.
That's a key. You said plan.
Planned.
Plan.
Another thing for the brothers that's on the line, something that we talked about prior to coming on, was the tournament that Eric and
Gotti,
Monster and Gotti and then put together, in remembrance of Dyke. That was a think a week or two ago, man. First of all, great idea, great concept.
Definitely.
That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
But what I also said to him was, I noticed all the pictures of the winning team, and it's nothing racial what I'm getting ready to say, but it was a bunch of Hispanic cats that I said, you know why that was a bunch of Hispanic cats in that picture? I said because they keep playing the sport. We stopped playing. Like after a certain point in St. John's and in Kingston, there was no young teams coming in. Like in baseball and in softball, that's traditionally a sport that a lot of Hispanic people play. You watch the All-Star game coming up. It's going to be 95% Hispanic, 4% white, 1% African American. There's some major league teams right now that don't have one African American player on their roster
I
because
see.
we just choose not to play the sport. Everybody want to play football. Everybody want to play basketball. But we didn't have that influx of young cats coming in there wanting to play baseball and wanting to play softball to keep the tradition going. So after a while, the park started dying down because there was no new blood in it, man. So what they did, I thought was a great idea. Um, I just wished after a certain point while I was out there that we had this influx of kids that were still younger men that liked the game too, that would have kept it going much longer.
How how can we get the guys that came after us to keep it going? How can we do that?
Quasia, what's
Quasi's in the
going
building.
on?
How can we get the younger generation involved that came after us? Tell
So
me how.
once again, that goes back to me. Every that's true.
That is true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true, Herm. Yeah. Like it would have to be some real grassroots stuff. If you remember, um, they had that Derek Jeter
Yeah, turn two.
camp.
Turn two. Mhm.
It
Yeah.
would have to be something like that where it's a conscious effort of trying to recruit. And once you even do that, it got to come back to us being out there as coaches, you know.
That's
So
key element. Key.
let's
Very.
let's let's see. Let's say there was a recruitment effort inside the John where you passed out the flyers to the kids that's coming in, whatever, and you start trying to build up the teams or have practices or not where you teaching them the sport. But we got to go back out there and say this we had our turn. We have to teach the kids how to play. They're not playing it. You know what I never realized when we was playing baseball as kids and playing softball as kids? I never remember where did the bats come from? Where did the gloves come from? I know my mother never brought me a baseball glove.
Yeah, I
And
say the
like,
same.
where did all that? We had all the
Yeah.
equipment.
Yeah.
We would say, "Yo, tomorrow at 3, we're gonna meet here. We're gonna play, and it's gonna be this team against that team." Or we would pick teams. Once we got there, we had bats, we had balls. Some of the balls didn't even have the lacing on the covering on it no more. That shit had the strings, and we were still throwing a softball. Like
Agreed.
these kids just don't have. It's a different era. They all are technology driven. They all got their head in their phone, and nobody's presenting these sports to them like that, especially baseball. I think they're always going to be attracted to basketball and football because it's just a faster paced sport. But to play baseball is different, man. That's a thinking man's sport. You gotta think the game and react to what's going to happen next. I think I
Everybody
don't I
can't
don't
play
I
it
don't
all.
know if these kids is interested, man. But it would have to be a forced learn on them at this point.
I hear what you're saying. I want to get on something before we jump into why we on here right now to get them that snippet.
Mhm.
you was one of the guys that when we saw Tribe, you was one of those guys that was there. Tell everybody who don't know, how did that come about, the Tribe? And I know a lot of you guys from Kingsborough, and I'm gonna say this: my dad grew up in Kingsborough.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you the first.
Right, which walk he came from?
I know we was off Ralph Avenue. That first building on Ralph Avenue, on the right hand side, across from the funeral home, is where I went every summer.
Mm.
And the basketball court was in the back. I remember that. But I couldn't tell you what that building number was. I couldn't tell you what the building number was. But it was Kingsborough.
Right.
I know that.
That's the 6 walk. That's where Sam was from. Sam from Tribe, and Charles from Tribe was from the 6 walk. They from right there where that funeral home was.
Okay.
Like Tribe actually was a spinoff from Genesis.
Crime said he got cut from the Tribe. You need to talk about that real quick.
Man, on that bull crap, boy, like crazy.
He breaking it up. You know you can't.
Crime, why are you doing that, bro?
Crime, how did you get cut, Crime? On your day off, what happened?
Yo, Crime about that bull crap. But not so. The Tribe was a spinoff from Genesis.
Okay.
Where Rodney and Rick.
No, Rick. Rest in peace, Rick.
Rest in peace, Rick.
Yeah.
Used to coach Genesis.
Yeah.
Then they like Rodney and Rick was like brothers, man. So it wasn't. It was never a falling out. It's just that Rodney said he wanted to do his own thing.
Okay.
So he took some of the players from Genesis that wasn't getting a whole bunch of playing time, and started making them the nucleus of Tribe. So Chuck played for Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
That was with me. Pernell was on Genesis originally.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Who else was a part of that Genesis team that came over with Rodney originally? And then from there, Rodney said, I'm gonna just do, him and Rudy said they're gonna do their own thing. So Rodney used to coach us playing hardball in Kingsborough. Mm-hmm. So he started bringing up the old crew. Like, yo, you want to play? You want to play? You want to play? You want to play? So we was like, yeah, I bet we'll get down. We get down. We looked around, and it was that whole Kingsborough nucleus with some of that cast off from Genesis, and then we had some older players that played out in BISA that just was like really at the end of their playing careers, that wasn't getting no flight on their teams. Right. So it was this real mixed match group of people that came together is that. But I'm gonna tell you, from the very beginning with Tribe, to me, what made us stand out just a little bit different, I'm not saying nobody else was doing it, was we was excited about the fact that we was a new team getting together. I mean, getting ready to play out there. We all had, a bunch of us had years and years of, relationship with each other, with growing up in those same projects. But we just hung out with each other. So we would have practice. We would go from practice to a bar, go from a bar to a club. We play on Sunday. We go out and drink together after that on Sunday. We hang out together on Monday and go watch the 40 and over play over there on the dirt. Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, we were playing the John. We would have pickup games in the John where whatever team you was on, you couldn't play with your teammates. You have to play on a different team. And I'd look up and we was together for 4 or 5 days out the week. And I think that that's really, really what built the whole team aspect with that team was we just was spending a lot of time together. We wasn't one of those teams, you had teams out there that had some great ball players, but they wasn't friends. They would meet out there on Sunday, play, go about their business, meet back up again on Sunday. So with us, there was this, we had initially we wasn't one of the most talented teams out there. We would go out there, we took our lumps because when we came out there was still some very, very good teams in there that had a lot of veteran leadership, man. Some very good. Regina's Green Machine was out there. Outlaws was out there. USA was out there. That they had some talented players that we just didn't match.
Right.
So we took our lumps out there, but after the game was over, we hung out. Nobody had that, put their head down. We just build as a family. I remember even, when we had even got to a certain point where we was competitive. And I remember Rodney at one point going to Magic and saying to Magic, like, yo, man, I'm just about done with doing this. I want you to take over where I'm going to leave the team. I want you to take it over. And even with that, see if you could bring some other players into this family to make the talent level even better. Magic played with Tribe. That same year, he brought
Yes, I remember that.
Butch. Butch Nelson was on Tribe.
Didn't Watson play with y'all?
Watson never played with us. Ernie played with us.
I remember Ernie.
When we first got our very first year, Lenny was on Tribe.
Lenny
Fred
Benjamin?
Smith was on Tribe. Like Fred played in the pros. So, but Fred grew up in my building on St. Mark's when I moved from Kingsborough. So I knew Fred from when he was in junior high school.
Mm-hmm.
So we was always very, very close knit, man. So that's where Tribe, started as a spring off from Genesis with they had some players on that Genesis team, which was a good team. Genesis was good.
It was tough.
They was tough.
I won a chip with Genesis. We won the last chip.
Yeah, so I remember even when
you said the regulators cut him too. Jesus.
Who's that? Crumb still over here?
Crumb, you getting cut from a lot of teams, bro. What's up with you? It might be the player. It might not be nobody else.
That's that
cut from a lot of teams, bro. Barry, what up, baby?
Barry.
Barry,
so Barry lived down here in Atlanta with me. Me and Barry hang out. Boy, that's my dude, man.
Barry, I'm coming to the ATL soon. Need to link up. I did not know that Genesis Tribe was a spinoff of Genesis. That's interesting.
Absolutely.
That's different. Wow.
Absolutely. And then and now towards the end, when Tribe, I don't know, we had maybe that's a great question. How many years did we play out in St. John's?
That's crazy.
I want to say minimal 7.
Only 7?
Huh?
Only 7?
I'm gonna say a minimal 7 years. Might have been more than that. Maybe closer to 10.
What year did y'all start?
What
year did y'all start?
We started in 90. I think Tribe started in 95. I want to say 94 or 95.
Maynard said 10 years.
Yeah, so now that I'm thinking about it, it definitely was 10 years.
Maynard said 10 years.
And you know what? Hey, Maynard, you know why I say it was at least 10 years? Because I was just telling Al, for 10 years straight, that Labor Day weekend, I went on that bus ride with Sonny and Hubert and Brenda
Clippers.
in them. So it was definitely at least 10 years.
Okay.
But towards the end, I remember the last year that we played with Tribe. I remember, matter of fact, it was a team that Dyke was on that bumped us out the playoffs. And I remember we
the Bucks. Don't say the Bucks bumped you. Don't say the Bucks bumped you.
Nah, it wasn't the Bucks. But I remember we all huddled up in the corner like this same nucleus of players that played with us with Tribe for years. Mm-hmm. And we was like, yo, man, I think that's it. And
what?
Yeah, like it was a couple of us, and we was like, yeah, man, I think
John
was
said
it the
Clippers. John
it
said
was the Clippers, John?
John said Clippers.
And we was like, yo, yeah, that's it, man. And that was the end of our run. I'll never forget that. And that next year, so what happened was, you know, I was one of the ones that still wanted to play. And I went and played with Genesis that next year. And we didn't even make it was like maybe 2-3 games into the season. And we just had too many players on that team. And who was the coach? We just was talking about. Remember we went
Bulldog.
No, so Bulldog was there, but he wasn't the head coach. The head coach was
Cool.
No, we used to, who I said we just went to we had went to his crib and we was dying at the picture.
Earl
was the coach at
time out, dog. Why you do that? Why you do that? You do that, dog. Why you do that? In the middle of the interview, why you do that? The next 30 minutes is gonna be laughing. Why you do that?
I ain't gonna laugh, man. So Earl,
you can't.
So listen, so Earl, look at Crime said he didn't get cut from the Bucks though. Yo,
Crime, that's the one team you didn't get cut from.
So listen, we just had like a million dudes on that team, man. So me, Bulldog, I'm trying to think who else. We just said, yo, go ahead, y'all can have that. We're gonna take half of this team and come with us. And that's when the Misfits started. The Misfits came from that Genesis team that had just too many motherfuckers on there, man. And that next week, I said, yo, we gonna do it. He said, yep. Yo, that next week, we was out there. I remember this orange, we had that orange jersey.
We had an orange shirt with some face on it. And then
with the baseball player on there. I went and got those shirts made during that week. And the next week we had our whole team. And we actually, that's the year that we went to the championship and lost to USA.
We did good. Yep. We did good. Some big ass shirts, but we did good.
Yep, I remember those shirts, man.
Yeah, those shirts huge because y'all was Met fans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's why the color.
Exactly. My Mets is doing
was a Mets fan. That's exactly.
That's Barry's team too. Barry B, man, he'll call me and send me a text and go like, "Yo, man, I can't watch these motherfuckers no more, man. I can't watch them no more." Talking about the Mets. But yeah, that's where the Tribe started from, man. But yeah, Maynard is right, man. I'm thinking about it. It definitely was a 10-year run, man.
That's crazy. Let's. I know we on here, but let's get into the reason why we on here and what we got coming up next week. And it's about relationships, and that's something that you've been doing for a while. And I know for a fact they call you the Question King.
Right, true.
Why they call you the Question Queen? And just tell me where that came from. Like, how did you get that name?
So yeah, man. So this is, Facebook was the whole launch point with that, where I'm trying to think of a good year even with that.
It's been a minute.
2000.
Charlotte days?
I was definitely living in Charlotte. 2014, 15, where everybody was just really gravitating and spending a lot of time on Facebook. So I used to do daily and sometimes multiple times during the course of a day. I would post what I thought would be some type of thought-provoking question that definitely would lead to some kind of back and forth banter. Nothing with a yes or no answer. Something that probably had a different point of view from a male and a female perspective. And I would almost like host and moderate this daily back and forth between the sexes with these questions or these scenarios that I would come up with to get different people's perspective on it. And then I would interject mine, and you look up, and some of those conversations would carry on during the course of a whole day. And you look up and there's hundreds of back and forth questions on that one topic. And for me, it became like just super interesting. And every day it was a new question. Some days 2 questions, some days 3 questions. And I gave myself the moniker the question king. And that kind of like whenever question, I would put a question up there. I put the hashtag question king underneath it. And that became it. And I'm looking at it now, and the internet is littered with podcasts now, where you have these podcast hosts that are doing the same exact thing. But now they've monetized it and took it off of, a Facebook platform, and they got the technology involved where they're doing these podcasts, but with the exact same formula that whole Question King format, was under. And yeah, like now I'll do it every once in a while and post a question, but the thoughts and the questions still come to mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in Charlotte for 10 years, John.
No, he was asking his Lemon if he was in Charlotte, and Lemon
okay.
was in Charlotte.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, like, recently I started filtering back in to see what the response would be like, and the response has been great. I posted a question a week or 2 ago with this whole concept of 50-50, and I think my question that I asked was, if a woman met a dude and they started dating each other and got to the level where they was really feeling each other, if he proposed to her that going forward, if they was going to live together or get married.
No, that wasn't the question.
As far as the 50-50 is concerned, whether or not it would be a deal breaker?
No, that was one of them, but the other one was about going out on a date.
What was that question?
He was going to pay for the babysitter.
Oh, that was another one. Definitely another one. That's definitely another one.
That was the
last one. Right. That was the last one. So
I think that was the first. Was that? That might have been the one I saw. That might have been the one.
So that one was dude meets a chick, and they was in a club. This was a true scenario. So they're in a club. They meet each other. He vibing with her. They start talking, and she didn't live. Let's say if we talk in New York, she didn't live in Brooklyn. She lived in. She was
Hempstead
in Westchester. So, he said to her, I bet, look, are you interested? You want to go out? I'm feeling you. Let's go out to dinner. And she was like, oh, I bet you I'm down. I'm feeling you too. But in order for me to go, I need gas money to come into the city, and I'm going to need money to pay for my babysitter. And the question was, would you still want to go out with her with these prerequisites that she just said?
Right.
And that sparked the whole debate.
Yep. Yes, it does.
Like I said, there was another one, like I said, with the 50-50, where whether or not
explain that one.
Yeah, whether or not, you know, if a man told you, bet, we could do this, we could rock out, but I want us to be financially in a 50-50 relationship where we're contributing as close to 50-50 as we can to all these bills. So I asked the ladies, if the man said that to you, would that be a deal breaker for you dealing with that man? And you got some yes, you got some no's. For me, I don't even understand how that could be a deal breaker in 2026 when expenses is just so high with everything. So like what man do you think? And that there's some traditional dudes that's still out there that think that, if I'm taking on this person, is definitely for me, it would have to be some wife scenario. Definitely couldn't be no girlfriend scenario where I'm paying any of your bills. I'm not paying one. I'm not paying the light bill because I got the same bills in my household. Now, if we talking about doing something together, yeah, then now we could discuss how we're going to take care of because we both got these same responsibilities no matter what. So now, just because I'm a man, I don't feel like I have to come into this door and take care of the whole financial of anything. Like where they do that at. But there's like social media got a lot of these women's heads crapped up, fucked up,
that's crazy.
thinking that that's what's supposed to happen. And if you can't do it, then we just roommates. I mean, I've heard the whole gamut, man. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long. I'm like, a roommate? Nah, we adults. Like, you don't get to stop being an adult because now you got a boyfriend or a husband. You still get to be an adult and carry on your share of responsibility. And there's a lot of chicks out there, and to me, it's just the silliest thing in the world. So you rocking out with this dude. You love his company. You when he leave, you can't wait for him to come back. But you'd say no to that feeling and to that relationship if y'all elevate to the point where y'all gonna start cohabitating. He has to pay all the bills and y'all both get up and go to work every day. Like my question becomes, what are you doing with your money?
Look at some of these questions that's in the chat, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm seeing these cats is getting pissed.
You see, it's going
Look,
down.
Barry said he ain't paying. Barry said he ain't paying nothing. Like, so Crime said, yeah, he was told, oh, now we roommates. And he said, nah, sweetheart, you got to get out. Like, I'm telling you, this social media has really and my stuff is not based on thoughts and feelings and emotions. Like a lot of this stuff that I hit them back with is just data and facts and straight numbers. Where
I was going to ask you if this was self-experience.
Yeah, so it becomes very simple for me. It's not simple for a lot of women. So, like with a question like that, yeah, if that's your, as a woman, if that's your expectation, my question will be, do you have any idea what the median income is for an African American male in the United States of America? And 99.9% of them will say no. So if you don't know how much the average man makes, how can your expectation be that he has all this financial responsibility? And do you know what the answer to that question is?
What is it?
About $45,000. So if you living in Brooklyn, you living in New York City, do you think a man that's making $45,000 a year by himself could pay these $3,000 a month rents that's out there? Plus car insurance, car note, utilities, health insurance on a $45,000 a year salary? The answer to that shit is no. But we might be able to make it if we both make 45. Now we got a combined household of 90,000. Now it makes sense. You can't do that with 45 because that 45 is before taxes. How is it even reasonable that you could think that this can happen? So then another thing is, since they don't have any idea about money, that so then when I start asking them about, well, how much do you think a man needs to be making that you want to date? And they'll come out with numbers like 150,000, this, that. Yo, it's not realistic. I'm not saying that there's not cats out there making that money. That's not
we
the
can't say
norm.
that. We can't say that. No.
Yeah, that's not the norm.
Right.
That's not the average. And for me, then I start hitting you with, well, you need a man that's above average. What is it about you that makes you think that an above average man would want you?
Hold up, Wayne. So that's a great point, because we got stuff going. Listen, we got to get these women involved in a minute. But here's this. Where does a woman consider her above average to ask for a man to do those things?
Because they're not realistic as a gender. They're just not realistic. Everything that they do, like anybody that I talk to, even at work, I'm a manager at work. I got a staff of 65 people under me. As soon as you come to me and the first thing out your mouth is, I think, you've already lost me. Or if you say, I feel, you've already lost me. This ain't about what you think and what you feel. This is about rules, regulations. I'm talking about in the workplace.
Of course.
We following rules and regulations. So women, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a gene. Everything that they speak on is based on how they feel.
And be clear, Wayne, I don't want this to be anti-women. I want it to be like what they.
I want it to be I want it to be a information session. But
yes.
What you're going to get?
Yes.
What you're going to get when you put 2, 3, 4 women into a group, you're going to see that they think very, very similarly. And a lot of times it doesn't even have to do with life experiences. It's just something like I don't know what it is, man. They just think very, very similarly. And when you bring to light a lot of things that they think and they feel, but they can't back it up with stats and factual stuff, they get very, very flustered and frustrated.
Okay.
Very. And you become the target of the goal. You're going to notice with these questions, the goalpost is going to continually move. They're going to move that goalpost of that question until they can find a way that their answer is good.
Shane, what's up, baby? That's my picture on my TGT team, my 40 and over senior team.
Shane, what's going on, Shane?
Shane's a great ball player and a mentor. Salute to you, Shane.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, oh my God, great dude, man. Great dude. Shane, I can't wait to play 50s with you, bro. Real talk. And for him to tune in and make that comment, women are emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Logical.
100. 100%. And obviously, when I say these things, and I always put that disclaimer out when I be having these forums and these talks, when I say women, obviously I'm not talking about all women.
Of course.
And I need that disclaimer to go out, because
you got to
you'll say something and then one or two things that happen. One of the women will go, well, that's not me. That's not the way I do it. Okay. If it doesn't apply, let it fly.
Then it's not you. Let it rock.
Then it's not you. Let's have the, like Crime just said, that most women are in competition with each other. That's absolutely positively true. Like a lot of the stuff that you see women when you're out and about, the way they look and the way they this and the way they that, that's not to attract the attention of a man. That's because they know that there's going to be other women there, and I want to look better than her. I want to do the Herman's talking about this whole BBL nonsense. To me, that's scary. Like if your mental is so cracked up that now you starting to. You ever seen a live BBL surgery or a
No,
fat deposit where they can fat from one part of their body, putting it in another?
I work at the hospital.
Yo,
I
like
know
who
how
would
they. I
subject
work at the
themselves to that?
hospital, and I seen them put them BBLs and how they do it. And they demonstrated first. I seen that.
Yo,
I
the
seen
fat
that.
transfer is crazy. It's like they got a big needle, a suction needle,
Yeah,
where
it's
he
not,
just banging in your back, on your side, or wherever he getting, or your thighs, where he's transferring all this fat from, and then now they injecting it into your behind or whatever. I'm like, yo,
but my queen just walked in, and I know she got something. What question you want to ask the question king real quick before we really do the major interview? I know you got one. You got a relationship one?
Yeah. Does the person have to be a good kisser?
What the? Did
I don't know. I guess that's
you hear what you said? You heard.
your personal choice. Yeah, if you in a relation or as a prerequisite to be with somebody, if that's something, I think that coincides with just the physical attributes or sex altogether. If somebody is not hitting or checking all those boxes that you need to be quote unquote satisfied, then that's something that y'all need to have as a conversation. If you think that a man needs to be a better this or a better that, you have to be able to verbalize that.
Just do something.
Are you saying I'm not a good kisser? Is that what you're saying? Why you ask that question? They got to put on the spot, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
You see, John said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, John, my boy John.
I mean, it's a conversation.
Yeah. So
Here's my question. I got a bunch, Wayne, and I can't wait for us to do this.
Yeah, man, we got to write them down. We're gonna have to talk.
Oh, we're gonna do it. Here's what I have.
Hold on, before you hit that, I'm looking at something else that Crime wrote about lack of self-esteem. Like,
yeah,
that's a huge thing, and I don't care how fine she is. Like, there's just so many women that need this absolute constant reassurance. Like, that becomes your job of like making them feel good constantly because of their self-esteem issues. I agree with that. Big time, Crime. Go ahead. Tell me what you was getting ready to say.
That comes from childhood. Wifey said that comes from childhood.
I agree. I agree.
Parents never hyped you. It comes from parents first of hyping your kid up.
You get some of the.
Ooh, this form gonna be something dangerous.
You
Wayne,
got some of the most beautiful women in the world, and you could tell that their mental ain't up to par with their physical by what they do, like how they carry themselves in life, what some of their life stories are. It's like, damn, shorty, why are you doing that? How many times have you said to yourself or to one of your boys, like, damn, she too fine to be doing that shit?
Fact, yeah.
That's because her physical is great, but her brain is mush.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Nah, shorty, you too.
Like, God gives us something that may be wrong with you. Like, is there perfect people? Well, they might tweak themselves a little bit, but like for me, sometimes I'll be feeling like I knew he could make me perfect because boy, I just think he just makes you have confidence in other ways.
No, I think he would have had you with more kids.
Shut up.
Yeah, man. So
that don't have nothing to do with nothing. That.
But no, you're right. I agree with what you're saying, baby.
But yeah, it's just for me. It's just so many things, man. It's just so much, and I love the dialogue of it. I love to talk about
it's a huge dialogue that needs to be had because it's so unanswered questions from the male side and the woman side. And you saw the interview that I did with the two women, Quinn, Adrian. Listen, my dogs. Those are my dogs. And Wayne, you popped in there. And when I said when you popped in there, they was like, who the hell is Wayne? I said, that's my brother. You chill out because he's going to give you the smoke. And we're going to do that one. But Here's my question. As a man, you have an ex that remarried. How should that new husband treat the kids that he inherited from the old relationship of the wife, the ex?
That's a great question, man.
I need
That's a
that
great
answer.
question. That's a great question. And man,
And then
that's
that's it.
a
I'm
great
not gonna
question.
go into too much
And I'm gonna
detail.
tell
We
you,
got part two coming.
and before I go into that, I like what Barry said. He was like, "Yo, these are difficult conversations to have with women because they just don't take criticism well." That's what I had said earlier. If you say anything that goes against the grain of what they condition themselves to believe, and that you're trying to let them just see from a different perspective, they have a very, very hard time with that. Very hard time. But going back to what you said, I think a huge part of how that transpires or should transpire has to do with what's the working relationship between the two exes, the ex-husband and the ex-wife. What are their co-parenting skills like? If they not rocking to the point where before this new man came into the picture, where they found ways to co-parent and to agree to disagree and to this or that. If they had beef with each other before this new person came into the mix, it becomes extremely difficult for the three of them now to come to one accord. And more often than not, that accord that they're going to come to is with the stepfather or the new husband and the ex-wife. Whatever she had going on in her house, more likely than not, that's what the rules and regulations are going to be, unless you can do this. You get to say to that man, bro, let's talk. I know that's your wife. That's my ex-wife. And I wish y'all the best. What I want to do with you is us have this conversation to set up these boundaries or these parameters of what's going to go on with the kids, because I'm not an absentee father. So that's when now y'all should be able to start to deal with each other exclusive of her. And if y'all could set those boundaries between y'all, y'all are gonna have a very good relationship. And then you get to be very frank. Like, I don't know whether or not a stepfather shouldn't be able to discipline kids, whether you active father or not.
How do you feel
So
about
is it okay for me to
that's
pay the
part
rent?
two of the question.
Huh?
How do you feel about that?
I think that they
Should a
should. I don't.
stepfather
You don't
still?
get to exclude me out of the difficult parts of being the step parent, but I'm just fine with washing their clothes and cooking their food and
I
taking them
agree.
to
I
sports
agree.
practices
Yep. Yep.
and paying the rent that's keeping up their overhead because
I
you
agree.
don't pay your child support and shit like that. And as soon as they disrespectful to me or to the house or to the rules, I gotta confer with you before I can discipline. I
No,
didn't need your permission to take him to school this morning.
agree. I agree. No, I agree.
So
100%.
I think it's a fine line, but it's a better line handled when you and that man is talking, as a if you and your ex can't get it together and have
And I want to
those
be
tough
clear.
conversations.
I'm speaking from self-experience.
So am I.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm speaking from self-experience, and that's why I asked that question, because, and this is another question. Do you feel like you should be notified when the person is getting married?
Oh nah, that ain't none of your business. I don't rock with you no more.
I like that answer because that's
I don't
Yeah.
rock with you no more. What's happening in my personal life with my, as far as my romance is concerned, because nah, that ain't your opinion about this or how you feel or you getting that information, that ain't got nothing to do with you. But once again, that goes back to what was y'all's relationship like. If y'all's relationship was good, you would know about that.
That's what's up. That's good.
She would be telling you like, yo, you know, old boy that I told you I've been messing with for the last whatever. You know, you would know who he is because you would have met him already. Y'all would have
Right,
spent time around each other. And when I say spend time around each other, I don't mean we going out to dinner together. It might be you dropping off the kids and he there.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
Where he not a mystery man to you. You know what I'm saying? But there should be enough respect between you and her where this man is not a stranger to you. And if she said to you, like, yeah, we're getting married, you know, in 3 months or 4 months, I just want to let you know. She's not asking for your approval or what you think about it. She's just letting you know.
How would you feel if you wasn't notified?
Huh?
How would you feel if you wasn't notified?
I mean, personally, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't care because for me, with my ex-wife, I don't care anything about what's going on in her day to day. I don't care what's transpired in these relationships that she's had since she left me. I don't care what's happening with her since we're no longer together. You know, and that's just the way life goes, man. You know, I always say relationships are the exact same as a carton of milk. They got a fucking expiration date on them. And sometimes that expiration date is death.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once our time has expired with each other, I don't particularly care about what's going on in your life as far as relationships is concerned. I hope it's somebody that's not going to be, you know, mean, and I still want the best for you, but you got to navigate that on your own. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk to you about it. I'm definitely not going to be sharing what's going on with my relationships with you. It's over. It's done. If you got kids involved, you have to find a way to be respectful enough to each other to have this co-parenting thing going as good as possible. And I didn't even have that.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I didn't even have that. But no, it's none of your business, man. She living her life.
We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. Part 2. What we doing next week, Wayne? What we doing next week?
All right, so next
talk
Monday.
about it now. We're not going to get too detailed because we got a lot going on. And you already hit a couple of notes. We got the men in here. We got to get the women in here.
There's a million different talk points on this, but what I want to do is start bringing on the A60 platform a little bit more of a diversified talk point where we bringing in the sport. You see, we done been over so many different things
exactly
with this.
Yeah.
But now injecting the relationship forum to it also. Bring the brothers in. Man, we've been through so many different things.
We all have
with these women. And you know, we get a bad rap for not being able to communicate very well. And sometimes it might be very as simple as we embarrassed with some of the shit we went through with some of them. They say women, you hear women say all the time, women cheat better than men. You ever heard that?
I've heard that plenty of times, bro.
Plenty of times. Nah, I disagree with that. I think that women are horrible cheaters. They get busted at the same frequency as men. They're terrible.
Why you say that?
It's just because they sloppy, you know, like they'll talk to their girlfriends about something that transpired with some dude that knowing that their girlfriend is also friends with their man. And the vast majority of the way that men find out about the infidelities is through their girlfriend that they shared the information with. Well, she'll come and go like, yo, John, your girl ain't shit. Let me tell you what she did.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
So it don't take a whole bunch of... See, women think that they sleuths and detectives and they going through your phones and all kinds of shit. We ain't got to do all that because the truth is going to come out. And also, your girlfriends is going to tell us. because they think we cool dudes and that you doing some grimy stuff to a cool dude.
Or they could be slimy too.
And they could be slimy too and want to open the door so she could take her position. But either way, we're gonna find out. So let me tell you the difference between the two. So when a woman finds out that her man or her husband cheated on her, she gonna tell the world. Anybody that got an ear is gonna find out. Yo, let me tell you what this nigga did. Da, 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 da. She gonna tell everybody. She wants to embarrass you. She wants you to put that shame on you that she was such a great person that didn't deserve this. The flip side of that is when a man finds out that his woman cheated on him,
It's like
he ain't gonna
kryptonite.
tell he ain't gonna tell nobody because he embarrassed. It's like, what was it about this dude that my lady would go and let him dick her down? And if I tell all my boys about this, they're gonna look at me less than like, yo, well. So we keep that to ourselves. So it looks like women don't cheat. They cheat at the same frequency as men, get busted at the same frequency as men. Men just don't want to embarrass themselves, so they're not going around telling everybody because it makes you look less than because your lady stepped out on you.
Mm, mm, mm.
And this is the stuff that gives them the ammunition to think that they're better than.
I got a lot of dudes in this chat, but I'm telling all you dudes that's in here right now, you better tune in next week.
So we're gonna post it, man. Like next Monday, we're gonna do this.
This
man.
is being posted. Wayne, share this on your Facebook page so everybody.
Yeah, I am.
Because
am
everybody
all week. I'm gonna lead up to it all week.
Everybody that's on here right now, tune in.
And I got we got dudes on here that's just like bona fide, certified dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some dudes will cheat over and over with the same broad.
Say that again.
She get a new nigga.
He said, say it again. Say what you just said again.
I didn't hear.
He didn't hear you because you over there.
Most dudes cheat with the same one and keep getting caught.
Nah, I don't agree with that. Once I get caught, you can't keep catching me. I'm busted. So now I done made a choice. I made a choice that I want to be with her.
She said a woman to change her nigga like she changed her panties.
And then once again, see what we saying? They cheat. But
Look,
they think
Maynard said, call me when you get done. See what you started? I told you, Wayne, this is gonna blow up, bro. This is gonna blow up,
man.
bro.
They ain't right.
Look, we got the book coming next month.
Yeah, so next Monday, fellas. Like I think we all Facebook friends with each other. So, but on my page, starting in the next day or two, I'm gonna start posting it leading up to it. So we can all be on here. Everybody could voice their opinions about these things. We could do these Q&As, and then we're gonna bring some ladies on too to get their perspective.
Oh, we have to.
All right. Yo, I'm gonna shut it down, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Good?
Appreciate you, family.
Yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. We will talk some more this week.
Oh, we
will.
All
right, fellas. I check y'all out too.
Salute to everybody.
Good night.
All right, good night.
All right.
You guys are funny.
We are gonna go again next Monday, 7 o'clock, Barry. Next Monday at 7. Next Monday at 7.
That is. I just want to see the comments.
Oh, they going crazy in there, baby. That ain't ended yet, so I don't know what's going on. Hold on one second, baby. Before you do that, hold on. See, it still got me on. East Coast time, that would be 8 o'clock East Coast time. East Coast time, 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Salute to everybody that tuned in. Nothing but respect. Love my brothers. Maynard, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to put my number in your messenger. And then we're going to talk. I'm going to put my number in your messenger, Maynard. All right? Okay, Pop, I got you. I'm going to call you because you done hit me twice and you said call you. So that means call you. I got you. I'm going to hit you. Salute to everybody that tuned in. Oh, next Monday is going to be a movie. I need all my women chime in because it's going to be great. Holla at y'all later. A60's out. August 7th, St. John's Park. August 8th, St. John's Park. I need everybody in the building. Team Texas, we coming.